December is the month where you are going to start stabilizing within yourself and your career, okay? We have the Nine of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck. I'm getting a lot of success during this month, okay? And this success is going to help you kind of like stay afloat. I'm also getting this energy that your mental health could just be stabilizing too. So if you had been having problems with your mental health or things that were going on in your life that were causing, really bad problems for you, I feel like this is the month where everything is going to finally stabilize for you, okay? It's going to finally look on the up and up. Oh my God, I just picked up the Three of Pentacles too. On the up and up. Also with the Three of Pentacles here, like some of you guys could be getting a job during December if you have been looking for a job, or I feel like you're probably going to be getting some sort of promotion, getting more money. You also could be just working with like more people who see your vision clearly, who know your vision, who want to help you go towards your goals as well, or just gonna be working with people who are just gonna be more aligned with you as well. Queen of Pentacles too. Yeah, I feel like you are just gonna be watching your money just grow, because the Queen of Pentacles, she is very grounded, but she's also like has her eyes on the prize, but she's not really like pressed about money. I don't like that makes sense, like because like she already knows she got the bag. It's just the fact that like she's really just watching it just like quadruple over time. Okay. Also, announcements. My readings, personal readings, are going to be back in stock. Okay. The link is going to be in my bio. Be patient, because I feel like a lot of people want readings. A lot of people have been asking me for months, but readings are back up right now. You can go order your reading. It's gonna take about, I think you just be patient, because like honestly, it's gonna take, I'm a really busy person, so it's gonna take a little bit for these readings to kind of come out to you. So they might trickle in by the end of December, probably more into January. So just really be patient with these readings, okay? Judgment. We also have the Judgment at the bottom of the deck as well. So with the Judgment, I feel like you're gonna be kind of like, you're going to start seeing things really clearly during this month, okay? Meaning that there were things that had to happen to you over the course of the whole entire year that are finally going to make sense to you during the month of December, okay? Because we're now kind of heading towards the end of the year, and I feel like, some of you guys had a really, really rough year. You have the Hermit here. So I feel like during the end of this year as well, it's like you're going to be going into some sort of like hibernation, or you're going into some sort of era of isolation. But this era of isolation is basically for you to reflect and to kind of go within yourself and see like, what did you really learn from this year? What really happened this year? Because I feel like you had to go through some things this year in order to end up to where you ultimately, needed to end up, where you're at right now. So I feel like a lot of you guys are going to go through some sort of like, aha moment, or have this realization that like, oh wait, I really did need to go through this. Even though it was like horrible going through it, you still needed to like, go through those things to end up in a certain place where you always were meant to end up as, okay? And it was horrible going through those things, because you were kind of just like, oh my goodness, like, why is this happening to me? Like, why does it have to be this way? But it had to be that way in order to show you, or to show you, basically, or to show you like what you really came here, what you really came here to do on this earth. We also have the Sun card here as well, and then we have the Eight of Cups. So a lot of you guys are going to be like either leaving situations during this month, finally shedding some things that are not really meant for you, that are no longer serving you as well. There also is a full moon on December 4th, okay? And this is called the cold moon. So, I always say the full moon is really good to do releasing rituals, or, rituals to where like of what you want to come in for you as well. So I think you should like, really take advantage of that. We have the Sun card here. Also, I'm getting this energy of like a change in perspective as well. Because I feel like, so going back to what I said earlier about how your eyes being open to some certain things that had to happen to you, I feel like now you're gonna have a change into perspective on like your life, okay? Because I feel like, towards the end of this year, yes, you went through some really bad things, but then you also ended up in really good situations, okay? And I feel like now that you notice that, now that you can kind of like, you can kind of trust the universe in that, you can finally see that, okay, like I now change my perspective, that maybe I have to go through some really tough things or make some tough decisions in order to be happy, or in order to reach towards like my overall happiness. Okay, yeah, with the Nine of Swords here, like you kind of had to go through the ringer, but like, you know, at the end of it, it was something that you've always ever wanted, you know what I mean? And then you kind of realize that whatever you were crashing out about didn't really need to be in your life anyway, okay?